Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Let's talk about 2 benefits that can absolutely leapfrog your career to the next level. I'm talking about 2 benefits from the VA that could move you from $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year to, let's say, double that amount, or maybe even triple it in some cases. Look, the post 9/11 GI Bill and the vocational, it used to be vocational rehabilitation and employment, no longer, still VR&E, which is Veterans Readiness and Employment, are 2 great programs that help veterans. But oftentimes, we don't even know what we want to do, so we go stumbling through some sort of bachelor's degree or master's degree over a 4 to 6 year period, and then we're left with what? Great, we have a bachelor's degree, but it isn't going to help us get the job that we're actually looking for in some cases. Look, I get it. There are places for master's degrees and bachelor's degree, but they're not always needed depending on what sort of job we want to do. Now, I want to throw out there to you, and the example that I love to use here is the Automotive Dealership Institute, ADI, Automotive Dealership Institute. I've talked with the leadership team there. They answered my questions, super nice, and they love veterans. What they do is they train you as a finance manager for automotive dealerships or motorcycle dealership or tractor dealership or RVs or off-road, whatever, right? Boats, whatever. Any place really that has a finance manager for that type of financing. So they train you in a condensed time frame, right? Instead of taking 4 to 6 years to knock out your bachelor's or a master's, they do it in a 30-day period. They basically fire hose education, right? Training relevant to that position only. So it's kind of like going to your MOS school or your AFSC school, right? So they get you super fine-tuned in that world, in that wheelhouse, and then they help you find a job throughout the 50 states, wherever you want to be in that world, okay? Now, here's the thing. Do you have to go get a job as a finance manager for one of these types of dealerships? No, unless you want to, right? I'm just trying to open your eyes up a little bit so you understand what's out there. And for me, look, when back in the day, what was it, about 1999 or so, 1998 maybe, somewhere around there, I was in mortgages. I did mortgages for many years, and then 07, 08 came, and the real estate was a fiasco, lots of issues, and I thought to myself, okay, well, do I want to change careers? I had some friends that were in the automotive industry as finance managers, making in the high 6 figures, and I considered it and ended up getting into veteran benefit stuff, right? Over the years, I kind of transitioned over into veteran benefit stuff over a decade. And so anyway, I understand finance. I understand mortgage finance specifically, but I had friends that did automotive finance. It's a great gig. It's a great gig for those that are interested in that stuff. Now, here's what I wanted to convey. You, as the individual, need to know what you want to do or something you think you might enjoy doing. I mean, look, if you like cars or motorcycles or anything like that, then this might be, you're going to be around that stuff. It might be something that you would enjoy. If you like numbers a little bit, that's cool too. But know what you want to do. Know what you want to do and how much money you need to make. Those are 2 things, right? Do I like what I do? Do I like the environment that I'm in? And do I make enough money, right? So this is something that could be very advantageous for a lot of folks from the military. And that's why I like to share it. You need to know this because you need to make decisions on where you utilize your post 9/11 GI Bill, and you also need to know the conversations that you want to have with your counselor for VR&E, Veterans Readiness and Employment. Now, what I want to do is I'll talk a little bit about the Automotive Dealership Institute on their website. I'll read to you what they have on here. and directly from their website, just so you're aware. It says they have over 90% job placement assistance with an over 90% success rate. So this is after they train you up, they help you find a job. Now, that doesn't bar you from looking for a job. You can also look for a job yourself, but this is them helping you. $200,472 is the 2022 average income reported by the National Association of Dealerships, essentially, the NADA. Okay, that's a lot of money. The average income, $200,472. 4 weeks, it's 160 classroom hours, Monday through Friday, 4-week program. So it's a month long. Okay, so this is one of those industries where how do you go get a job like that if you don't have experience? Granted, look, there may be a dealership out there that'll hire you, and train you. However, believe me, they would much rather have somebody that already has their feet wet a little bit. They understand the basics. They know the systems that are used. They know the programs that are used. They understand all the lingo and so forth. So that's why it is very advantageous to have that already front-loaded in your job search. Now, welcome. There's a little welcome space on here, and it says, Automotive Dealership Institute is a licensed independent F&I school in the U.S. For over 30 years, our automotive finance and insurance management training program has been teaching students the necessary skills to become a successful automotive finance and insurance manager, internet sales manager, desk sales manager, or dealer representative. Okay, goes on to talk about the different things that they have. The F&I management training program includes finance, prime and subprime, the deal structure, desking deals, prime and subprime lending, legal compliance, F&I software hands-on training, leasing, credit report analysis, loan process and funding, F&I menu selling, and objection handling. So they give you the full 360 on what you would need through that 4-week period. They do have a veterans tab on their website, and they also have a veteran liaison who you could speak with. They do mention that they are licensed and government approved. They are the only finance and insurance school to accept the post 9/11 GI Bill, as well as they also accept VR&E. Our helpful VA liaison is ready to help and will handle all required paperwork to use your VA educational benefits. U.S. veterans who qualify for the post 9/11 GI Bill can apply for full tuition assistance with the generous allowance for housing and expenses. Talks more about the GI Bill as well, and also an executive order that went into place regarding this type of stuff. And then there's a little area where you could type in your information and how you found them, as well as a phone number, which is 877-998-7200, in which you can call and ask questions, right? Talk to the VA liaison, ask them any questions that you have. If you want to somehow break the ice, you can let them know that you heard it from me. They know who I am because I talk to them. I can't guarantee that the person that you talk to is going to know who I am. But in any case, if you feel like mentioning me, you can. It's not required. There's no sort of tracking, how, people, I'm sending them people. There's nothing like that. So please, if you have questions, reach out to them directly. And at the end of the day, you have to do what's right for you. And is a bachelor's degree or a master's degree right? I don't know. Maybe it is. Or is doing a condensed, laser-focused program to get you into the industry that you want to be in. I mean, it could be finance and insurance through ADI, or it could be some sort of cyber security course through another organization, right? There's a bunch of different options out there. You just need to make sure that you are making the right choices for you in your future. With that, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.